Gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number 67. And I would just like to say you're looking incredibly handsome today. Coincidence? I think not. We have so much to cover, it is ridiculous. All right, so let's talk first about what I mentioned last week in the closing seconds of our vlog. We actually, big news for us, we have hired somebody, a full-time person. His name is Tom, and he will be heading up operations basically at Tiege Hanley headquarters in Chicago, which I think in 2 weeks, two or three, I'll be heading out there. So we're going to be taking our new hire, Tom, to dinner, and we're also going to be celebrating another milestone for us at Tiege Hanley. That is in the early part of March. I've got to confirm that though. But we'll be taking the camera, going out there. We'll get to sit down with everybody and film a cool vlog or two. So that's coming up. Tom, his responsibilities. Essentially, he's operations manager. As you know, our boy Anthony is leaving to go to med school in May. And so Anthony has been just an incredibly valuable member to the team. He has not only stepped up, he's like taken it to the next level in terms of customer service, warehouse management, operations. He's just done a really great job, and it's a real shame to lose him. One of the issues was that, hey, he leaves and we're going to be completely screwed. Not completely, but we'd be in a world of hurt if we didn't have our backup, or Anthony's backup. And so we pretty much have totally lucked out, to be completely honest, with finding Tom. Tom has worked, he has like 10 years e-commerce experience, and he actually worked in the same warehouse, or not warehouse, but the same building as the Tiege Hanley warehouse is. Kelly interviewed him, really liked him. Was like, Rob, time for you to interview him and talk to him. And so Rob talked to him, and they're like, Aaron, do you want to talk to him? I'm like, not really. I trust you guys, which is a lesson of the day. I don't need to interview him. If he has made it through Kelly and Rob, I trust that they are capable of handling that. I've got other things I got to do. Not that it's not important, but you've got to be able to trust your business partners and people that you're in business with. And I trust them with 100% certainty. Like I know that they knocked it out of the park in terms of their hiring process. Tom actually was hired over somebody else, and the somebody else was somebody that was good and we were excited about, but he didn't follow through. He didn't follow up the way that Tom did. And that's something that Kelly is incredibly, I always give people passes, right? The way I am, like, oh, just you reach out. He might be thinking that he doesn't want to bug you, or he doesn't want to be a pain in the butt. That's the way I look at things. I look at I give people the benefit of the doubt. I guess I may make excuses for people if I'm being honest. But Tom showed initiative, and that's really the buzzword and the word of the day is initiative. He took initiative. He's like, yo, I want this job. Let's do this. What can I do? And that was incredibly exciting. If you're somebody out there and you're waiting for things to happen or wait for jobs to come to you, you're going to be waiting a long time. You got to show initiative. And Tom did, and we're really excited. He's going to make sure that customer service is handled, that you guys are taken care of. He's going to make sure that the supply chain is locked and loaded. He's going to look at inventory. He's going to be there pretty much full time. Did I miss anything? Respond to customer service, fulfillment, inventory management, supply chain? Nope. I think I covered essentially everything. Now let's shift gears. Let's talk about the commercial. Amy, she did such a great job, and we really love the commercial. But last week I talked a little bit about testing. You got to test, you got to try, you got to see what's working, and then you got to correct or shift or move directions if it's not. So we're really excited about that. Your feedback, for the record, has been incredible, and really appreciate all of the time that you guys spent commenting and really giving some valuable feedback. We also got some other valuable feedback from testing. We ran the video. We spent around $400 in ads and testing that video. It got over 3,000 views. It got 26 click-throughs, and it got 1 sale, 1 conversion. What does that mean? That means that for that one customer, we paid like $400. That's what that means. Customer acquisition cost, super high. Now, our guy emailed us, Ryan, who's like, hey, do you guys want to keep doing this, or do you want to sort of pull the plug on this commercial? And me, I'm like, okay, if this isn't working, and I'm a firm believer, you're going to have a pretty good idea if something's working or not working in terms of advertising if you get it out there and you try it for a short amount of time. If nobody clicks through, if nobody's buying, what are you going to do? You're going to dump more money at something and ultimately come to the same conclusion a month down the road and thousands of dollars later? No. I'm also a firm believer in that sort of practice with YouTube. I mean, you got to try something. You got to try some of these influencers. But at the end of the day, if they do a video and they don't convert, are you going to spend more money and do it again? No, or yes, I'm saying no. So I think we're going to, Ryan actually has a little bit of a strategy to try a different pocket of consumer, but right now that ad is definitely not resonating. And so, you know, that's okay. We didn't spend a ton of money on the ad. We didn't spend a ton of money promoting it or advertising it. And we didn't spend or lose a ton of money on testing. It's kind of a $400 learning experience in terms of the ad spend, which is cool. We've got 3 other videos and ads that we've sort of planned out. One is an older woman talking to other women, and I think I mentioned that last vlog. And this is kind of the idea behind it is, okay, well, what if a woman is telling her peers or other women, hey, you know the importance of skincare, get your man to go to Tiege Hanley and check this out, or purchase it for your man. Don't know how that's going to go. I'm not feeling real confident with that, but it's worth testing. It's worth trying. Another one is a male, a guy, a men's influencer, somebody who's not an influencer actually, to talk about Tiege Hanley to other men. And it's somebody who's not me. It's somebody who is sort of just like a hired gun. And Christian is actually working on that, the layout, the script, and all that. And the 4th and final commercial for this round of testing commercials is having me in it. And so we'll see. We're still in the process of trying those, but you will definitely be seeing them, and you'll be able to weigh in with the other 3 just like you did with this last one. And we're going to test them, we're going to try them, we're going to see what pockets resonate, and if none of the commercials work, then we're going to go back to the drawing board and try something else. But it's really cool to sort of try and experiment. And like I mentioned in the last vlog, the beautiful thing about being a small company, we're very nimble. We can try things, we can test things, we can go out on a limb and not risk losing everything because we spent so much money on advertising. Now, something that does cost a little bit more and we've got to be a bit more careful with are influencer-related campaigns and ads. This is something that we have obviously seen a lot of success with. The fact that I'm an influencer, the fact that I can drive a message and talk a lot about Tiege Hanley in my videos and convert a lot of those is fantastic. Now, the reality is that we know that they're converting because it's me, because I'm passionate, because I love it, because I believe in it. But the key is finding other people to talk about it, to advertise it, and to get those pockets of customers. With influencers and YouTube, there's a lot of crossover. Like Jose from Teaching Men's Fashion. A lot of Jose's viewers also watch me. A lot of people who watch me also watch Jose, who watch Antonio. There's a lot of sort of crossover with those markets. But somebody that I'm really excited about is actually the Gents Lounge. That's a YouTube channel along with a really big Instagram following. They're all about men's style. It's Blake and George. two guys that run that. Had the opportunity to meet them at StyleCon, and it was like a fanboy moment for me. It's like you see these people online, you see them on Instagram, they've got all these followers, and it's like, oh my gosh, there they are. I'm telling you, I get starstruck still after doing this for so long when I meet other people that I respect and that I've watched. And so it's really cool for me. It's also really cool that they're interested in helping and trying to promote Tiege Hanley. And so they're going to actually be doing a video. They're going to be doing an Instagram post, which I think actually they're doing like an Instagram video, which I'm really excited about because they've got a massive, like 500,000 people follow them. But that is sort of the $1 million question. How does Instagram convert? Let's go down that rabbit hole for a second. Instagram is something that I have embraced a bit more. I was very standoffish. I'm like, I'm doing YouTube. I don't want to do anything else. And a friend of mine was like, no, Aaron, you don't understand. Instagram is where all the kids are. It's where people are. You need to start doing it. He is actually the one who set up my Instagram account, created it, and sent it to me. He's like, hey, I uploaded your first 2 pictures and created your account. Here you go. Have fun. And I've started to get into Instagram a bit more, and I've really sort of enjoyed the quick video aspect of it. I like pictures, I like taking pictures, but I love talking. I love video. I feel like there's nothing that gets a point across, a message across, or can sell something quite like video. It's a whole different level. And so I've tried and I've done some Instagram promotions for companies before, and they've apparently been okay. I get really high engagement on my Instagram stuff compared to a lot of these other people. I don't know what that's about, but it's good. And so when I do an Instagram video, it's cool. You talk about whatever you're going to talk about. I've really been using it and leveraging it to help me with content for YouTube. Like, it's really cool for me to have an idea for a video and then just pose the question, yo guys, I want to do this video, I need your feedback. And I get a ton, like thousands of responses that are incredibly valuable. And it's really cool for me to have that sort of instant question answer type of platform, because YouTube really isn't that for me. YouTube has become a lot more of a structured sort of business. It's not something where I'm just going to put out a quick video, ask a question, take it down. It's not like that. But Instagram is awesome. And so when you have somebody like a Blake and a George who are going to do something for Tiege Hanley, they do a ton. And primarily the way that they make a living is on Instagram. Now, the big question mark is, how does it convert and what is it worth? A lot of people, like last year, were just paying people that had large channels. Like, oh, they've got a big channel, I'm going to pay X number of thousands of dollars in order for them to talk about our product. What I have experienced, and this is something where I can just speak for me, it is really tough to convert because one of the main reasons is there isn't a link directly underneath a video or an Instagram picture. Sure, you can say, hey, go to the bio, it's in there, but then you got to constantly be changing. If it was like YouTube where you could click and direct people, hey, there's a link down below, or click this link, it would be a different world. But I don't know if Instagram's going to do that anytime soon because they are monetizing Instagram through ads. All that to say that we're excited. Blake and George are going to be promoting Tiege Hanley. We just had one with Jose went out. We had a few with 2 that I'm not going to mention. They're in a different industry, and to be completely honest, it was a wild card. My buddy Terry's like, hey, you should try these guys. We've done some promotions with them, and the sponsors have been really happy with them. And so I was like, all right, let me try them. And I was so pissed when this one guy did his thing. It was like, it really bothered me. And I actually got into a fight with my buddy Terry over it, and he had to deal with it. But I was pissed off because just because somebody has a YouTube channel and somebody has a lot of subscribers doesn't mean that if they're doing a sponsorship or a promotion, they need to treat it like it's something special, because it is. Just to be like, here's the Tiege Hanley, and toss it, and it's cool, and there's a link, and my girlfriend. And you can see that the dude has never actually used it or opened it. It pissed me off. Not only did it not convert, it was embarrassing. I was embarrassed to have him treat our product that I love, that I've spent my time, money, energy, passion developing, to see him treat it with such disregard made me want to puke. And of course it didn't convert, and you know, I will never ever use them again. And he totally lost a great opportunity. And the industry he's in, he doesn't have a ton of options like men's lifestyle. It's a bit more niche, but it pissed me off. It was a complete waste of money. And the other thing that pissed me off about it is that we didn't have enough time to give feedback. And it sucked so bad, it was a complete waste of money. And it wasn't super cheap. It wasn't like a few $100. It was a few $1,000. But we'll chalk that up to a lesson. Multiple lessons. And there was somebody else sort of in that sort of niche and space that my buddy Terry was like, hey, you should try him, that did better. That was better, but we had to have him redo it because it was just so sloppy. And quite frankly, I'm a tough critic because I know what it takes for me to do a promotion. I know how much it takes. Like when I do a promotion, when I do a product for another company, I treat that like that's somebody's baby. It's people think, and influencers think that, oh, well, I'm just talking about it, and so that doesn't matter. It's at the end of the day about sales. Brand awareness, that's bullshit, for the record. There are a few companies, that want brand awareness. I'll tell you I'll show you who. Perfect example, Control GX by Just for Men. They approached us and approached me, and then my buddy Terry, who is my co-founder of the advertising agency Menfluential that we started. He got, I think, Antonio a video deal, and Jose like an Instagram, I forget. Anyway, they reached out and were like, hey, we're Just for Men. We're coming out with a new product. It is a gray reducing shampoo. And for the record, this stuff is super cool. The way that it works is you shampoo and it doesn't like change your hair like overnight. It's not like you walk out of the office on Friday and you're gray and Monday you're a nice shade of chestnut and everybody's noticing. This stuff reduces it gradually. With each shampoo, it makes it a little darker. You still keep your gray. You basically use it until you're happy. You're like, oh, this is good. I'm the appropriate amount of salt and pepper. And then you just back off and you use it like once, twice a week just to kind of maintain. Super cool product. They were not worried about selling it from a video. They just wanted people to know, hey, we came out with a cool new product. But this is Just for Men. Just for Men is owned by a huge, like, billion-dollar conglomerate, and they were just wanting brand awareness. Procter & Gamble, another one. They just won, when I did a video a while ago for like Head & Shoulders, it was just brand awareness. But those deals are so few and far between, it is ridiculous. And you gotta have a mega big channel in order to have people actually want that. Because it's about reach. It's like, well, how many views, how many eyeballs are we going to get? But with a company like Tiege Hanley, or most of the companies that I promote, let me see, is there anything up here I'm promoting? Nope. Nope. Actually, this t-shirt, for instance, Jack Threads. When I do a promotion for Jack Threads, they want me not only to talk about and utilize their t-shirts or their clothing in the content, they want me to talk about it, but they want me to convert. They want people to try it. And so at the end of the day, it's a numbers game. It's about sales. And one of the reasons why I've been so successful as an influencer in the advertising world is because first off, the first thing I need to make sure of is that I truly love the product. If I don't, I can't do it because my reputation is on the line. And credibility, and that is not for sale for any amount of money. And so I need to first make sure that I absolutely love the product and really think it's cool. And if I can get excited about it, then I can talk about it in an exciting way, and people go and buy, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like, oh, lots of people click through, Aaron. You sold lots of stuff. A lot of people tried the product or bought the t-shirt or whatever. And then they're like, can we do it again? And you're like, sure, it was great. It's a win-win-win, right? I win because I get to talk about a really cool product and I get to do YouTube videos for a living. You get to hear about a cool product and you also get the product at a great deal. It's a win-win-win-win. Win-win-win. You get what I'm saying. But when somebody, and I've seen it, and the reason why I get to do so many promotions is because I'm really good at it. But the way that I'm really good at it is I love the products that I promote, and it's a challenge and it's fun for me to figure out how to promote them in a really entertaining and educational way. But when this person promoted Tiege Hanley, it was like he punched me in the face. It was so terrible. And it bothers me today, and this was a few weeks, maybe a month ago. What are you going to do? Live and learn, right? So you got to be careful. But we're doing a lot of testing with influencers, and we're doubling down on people that work. Antonio Centeno, we're doing another one with him. Jose, we're doing multiple ones with him. We're basically signing him up for a multiple package deal because he's proven himself. Here's the lesson. I'm sorry, and I know this is long. Here's the lesson. If you try something and it works and you make your money back in terms of an advertising option or platform, do it again. And if they do it again and it works again, do it again, do it again, do it again. That's the end. You're crazy if you don't go with what works. And Tiege Hanley, we try a lot of things. Some of them we hit, some of them we don't, and some of them piss you off, as is the case with me and one of our people that advertised it. And them's the breaks. Gentlemen, here's the other thing that I'm working on. I'm working on a series of videos, probably like 30 or 40, maybe 50. Small little 30-second skincare tips videos that we plan on sort of trickling out or sending out via email. If you guys are not signed up to the email list, go hit it right now. Tiege.com, sign up for an email list. What we're going to be doing is probably like once a week. I don't know when we're starting this, so don't commit me to getting these finished, but I think next week I'm going to try and start working on them. I want to do like quick little Tiege tips where we're giving skincare information and why you need to use skincare and what this does and what that does, and not even just Tiege Hanley, like drink water because, you know, drink 25 ounces of water a day because it's going to help you glow and radiate. Little skincare tips and tricks that I've learned over the years that we want to share with you. And so that's cool. If you have one, if you've got a skincare tip, in the comments, let us know. I will use yours because I need like 50 of these. We're going to do it like over the course of the year, like so I'll need more than 50. Once a week, we'll trickle them out. And something cool, something quick, and the only way you're going to see it is if you're actually on the email list or signed up. So, guys, I'm going to wrap it there. I have gone on 6 different tangents. Hopefully you got something from this. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully next week we talk about something a little less passionate. I'm not going to... Man, I'll tell you, I get so pissed when I think about that. I'll survive. Guys, you rock so hard, it is ridiculous. And this product is super solid.